Hello and welcome to the Monster Sanctuary Tournament Circuit. Today we're going to be casting the quarterfinals of the 5th tournament of Season 1 grid draft format. I'm Flowing Juffo Up and with me today is Red.
Hello guys, so today will be a match between Jagomu, who will be on the left, and PTBraunschweig, who will be on the right. Here we can see the drafting part.
So we've got some powerful options here. Jagomu is going to go with the Toad and Mega Rock, which are very strong together.
An interesting pick here from PT, who's going with I don't know, maybe he's valuing the flexibility of Changeling, maybe.
Yeah, I think you'd probably be going for Changeling there if you're passing up on the Ultra Oven, which is normally a very strong pick.
So interesting here, he went for the Sutsune. So here PT has 2 monster with bleed out. Maybe he can go base his team around that.
Double bleed out, double revive. Triple revive actually, because Karaglow has revive too.
Right.
And then we're starting to see a lot of debuffs on Jagomu's side here.
And PT here picking a strong bleed DPS in Minotaur.
Yeah, going with the Mimic here makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, another
very
revive
strong
monster
DPS
too.
option. Yeah,
right.
Another revive too.
And rounding up here, Jagomu's going to pick maybe Toxicus for debuff synergies.
Toxicus for the debuffs is good, and the Goblin Brute is also really good when you've got Hood and Warlock already. So lots of interesting options here. We could see kind of a Goblin core backed up with channeling balance, or more all in on debuffs with the Vasuki and the Troll. Of course, King Blob. And then I'm pretty sure we're going to see some heavy bleed focus on PT's side there. Bleeds and buffs, I would think.
Yeah, I think with the Aklet and Sutsune, you can then use maybe Mimic, Minotaur, and who knows, maybe Changeling DPS, or just Draco Noir, since it's just a good standalone monster. We'll see.
Yeah. Some nice options here. So yeah, we do see a lot of debuffs on Jagomu's side and a lot of bleed on PT's side, like we kind of thought we'd see.
Very interesting to see the Dark Spectral Toad here, maybe going for a poison focus lineup here.
Yeah, lots of potential poisons coming out here, and a DPS Toad by all appearances.
Right.
Yeah, hardly any support moves on it. Lots of Poison Eater and Bubble Burst, and
already some good damage here.
And that might be enough. Not quite enough to get the knockout on Mimic.
Wow, very close.
But we see a lot of wound stacks already being applied thanks to Vasuki and all these poison debuffs that have been applied to the team.
Yeah, Vasuki with the severe upkeep. Now, we'll see if still pretty good heals coming from Karaglow, but Mimic is still at health here, so
an offensive support Occlute here rather than a DPS option, which is pretty viable. And was that Icy Shots right now?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I didn't quite
targeting
see.
Toad with Icy Shots. Okay.
Toad also regened quite a bit of health. I'm not sure what caused that, but
well, that's Toxicus. It heals the team for every poison damage they take.
Oh, interesting.
So it's very, very strong ability when you've got tons of poison stacks being spread with what's it called? Plague, I think. When an enemy takes poison, then it can spread to someone else, so you can get the poison filling up the entire enemy team very quickly.
Yeah, we see the devastating effects of the poison debuffs. Now maybe Minotaur can swing things around because we already see 10 bleed stacks on both Toad and Toxicus, so maybe PT can turn the table here with the...
Yeah, still got the access to bleed out. So you'd think here with Satsune being weak to poison that it's probably not going to survive very long here. We'll be targeted down pretty quickly, I think. Goes for the Bubble Deluge. Good spread damage, and the poison finishes off Satsune.
Yeah,
I think
big damages from
this
the
game is
poison
over.
debuffs. Alright. So it's interesting, since the monster can regen so much health with the poison, Jagomu can go all in on attacking with each monsters and cause lots of poison debuffs applied, and then wow. Okay, so we still saw the big the huge damage from was it Minotaur? Yeah.
Yeah, so that has to be very encouraging for PT heading into this next game, seeing how good Minotaur can perform. So we might see that come out first thing for game 2, where PT will presumably take the first turn advantage.
Going to game 2, so 1-0 to Jagomus.
No changes on either team, it doesn't look like.
So
I imagine we might see different leads.
Yeah. One thing to note, maybe with the right skill, Mimic can take out something turn 1. So yeah, PT is gonna try to do that. Unfortunately, he doesn't have full offense or anything like that, but still has applied a glory and a might buff, so might be enough here.
Yeah, some might, couple sidekicks. We do see fiery shots come out here, which takes out the Toad immediately, which
nice.
Should help, but it does allow the free switch in for Troll here. So after this Hades...
Yeah, Troll and Hades.
Team wipe.
Troll and Hades can do some devastating thing, yeah.
Mimic does have that handy resistance to Flurry of Blows at least, so it should survive this turn.
Still decides to go for it, even though it wasn't...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caraglow does hang on, and interestingly, we don't see the Aklu come out here, so no bleed out on the field right now for PT.
Yeah, maybe he decided he needed more bleed stacks first, and then have his other bleed out monster come in after. I wonder.
There's also the consideration of trying to have a double revive in the back row if you can keep your Caraglow along for a while.
Very interesting 80s here from the counterfeit, and
you see a taunt from Vasuki eating the fiery shots, but it does go down for its trouble. See another Hades, this time from Toxicus.
26 it's gonna be a big flurry of blows again.
Yeah, Occult Power to get a bunch of buffs and some shielding on this Troll. Easily able to knock out both Caraglow and Changeling. That resistance coming in handy for Mimic, keeping it alive still, even with a lot of debuffs on it.
Yeah.
So now we do have the Bleed Out and the Revive from Aklut. But if it goes down, I think this game is probably over.
Right.
So
might still be close enough, if the Troll goes down. Goblin Hood might not be, although it might not be able to kill the Aklet, but I don't know how tanky this Aklet is.
Yeah, it depends on how it's been built here, for sure. So Toxicus goes down.
Although with the Troll alive again, I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is going to be an uphill battle for PT to try and win this game. The Goblin Warlock still has 2 lives because it hasn't had its affinity popped yet. And it's going to be able to keep these other 2 alive and well shielded with occult power.
That's the thing I like about occult power is, yeah, it puts lots of buffs, but also tons of shield, and the shield is very good.
Yeah, it's a pretty significant amount of shield for a single skill. And that is, yeah, double knockout there, so that should wrap up this game.
So
yeah, even with the physical weakness, not able to pick up a knockout there on its own.
PT's gonna have to, gather and regroup, think of something to kill that. Oh yeah, interesting. He has to kill that troll because that's the most damage from Jagomu's side.
Yeah, the troll really just chewed through the team in that second game there. So do see the fiery shots come out and take out the troll. Turn 1.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good for him.
PT.
Yep.
Imagine we'll see a Hades here from Vasuki. Getting all those poison and burns and other assorted debuffs out there. Pretty strong damage previews there. Could be enough for a knockout. A couple misses are enough to keep the Mimic around.
Yeah, that 40% dodge on the first turn did the job here.
Yeah, concealed coming in very handy there. So with this being a Dark Tanuki, I'm wondering exactly how it's been kitted out here.
I'm really curious too.
It does have access to really strong wind attacks, which could be... oh, a full restore. Interesting. Okay. So maybe in there for more of its anti-debuff properties.
Although Dark Tanuki has is it Dark Instinct?
Yeah, I think it's was it 15% extra damage?
Yeah. So maybe he's looking to maybe buff the team, protect them, and then after maybe go for an attack. I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting to see what this Tanuki's going to be able to do.
So again, PT is able to kill Jagomu's damage dealer. Only Goblin Hood left in the direct damage department, although he still has a pretty good debuff damage, passive damage.
Yeah, between Toxquist and Vasuki, you can kind of win without even attacking if you get enough debuffs going on the other team. So,
right.
I do think you want to take out Goblin Hood here, though. Still. We see counterfeited Hades going the other direction now. Big damage from the Mimic there.
Yeah, with the physical weakness, Goblin Hood had no chance to resist that.
Yeah, a lot of the bulkiness from Hood comes from its ability to dodge hits, but even I think it dodged half the hits there, and it wasn't even close to surviving that.
Right. Okay, a nice combo here from Jagomu. Maybe one of his support can still does damage. Maybe Vasuki with Dead Blow.
Yeah, it's kind of 3 supports left at this point, but that doesn't really matter because you get so much damage from your debuffs with this squad, and then Death Blow on Vasuki should be able to pick up some knockouts as well.
Yeah, eventually, for sure.
See Tanuki go down. I think this is actually a pretty good position right now for PT because you've still got your Mimic in pretty good health. You've got your Satsune here.
Yeah.
And combo building Changeling is pretty good too.
Yeah, it's doing a job. And now, like you said, good position also because he has 2 revive monster at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, this game was really well played by PT, able to switch it around.
One of the big difference is he was able to take down troll round turn 1, so that really helped.
Yeah, taking out troll immediately and then taking out Toad the next turn. No taunts getting in the way. Wow, big damage.
Nice.
Even going second, Changeling was able to pick up a knockout there.
And we see the 5k bleed stack to round up this game.
Now we'll be switching perspectives due to technical difficulties.
Right, so PT's gonna be on the left and Jagomu's on the right.
And we see the Tanuki come back. It was able to contribute pretty well that last game.
Yeah, I guess he was there for the restore abilities, like full restore and mass restore. Really helped to keep the debuff under control.
I believe it also has the team-wide effect of reducing debuff damage.
Right.
If I remember correctly. Yeah, mass restore, full restore, and access to imitate is nice as well.
And it's interesting here to see that that PT has a much stronger turn 1 than Jagomu. Jagomu can, and yes, he can apply some debuffs first, but can't really threaten a kill like PT's mimics can. So.
Yeah.
Here
almost
he
looks
has
like going second is better for PT the way this game is looking right now.
Maybe, yes. Yeah.
Tries to attack Vasuki and Toad jumps in the way. But still goes down.
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much because even if you kill the Vasuki, the Toxicus still has his ultimate, the 80s or Slime Volley here we saw.
Yeah, I think that's a fair trade for PT taking out the Toad instead of the Vasuki.
Mm-hmm.
Icy Shots easily takes care of Caraglow. Let me see. Changeling coming again.
Yes, I like, even though it makes sense to go with the bleed out monster first because you want to keep your bleed stacks around. I think it makes sense for PT to keep both Aklet and Sutsune for in the last positions.
Yeah, I like holding on to them a little bit. And we saw an interesting play there with Tanuki using Imitate on its own move, which is able to cheat on the mana a little bit.
Huh, interesting, yeah.
Can be useful when there's potential or for things like chill or... I don't think there's any poison nerves on Jagomu's side, but... saving on mana is always nice when you can do it.
So here we see the troll from Jagomu. Let's see how much damage. Lots of debuff on PT's team, so you might be able to do some damage. Maybe we saw the preview on the Mimic. Maybe not quite enough for the Mimic, but
wow! So everything survives on PT turn. That's very good for PT. Might have been a little bit greedy for Jagomu without seeing the damage previews. It's hard to know. I think. Maybe trying to take out the Mimic would have been better there, just because we saw how effective it was in the endgame of the last round.
Yeah, maybe just going for a single target. And we really saw the effect of the ability you were talking about, reducing the debuff damage. Like the poison didn't do much in Tanuki, and wow.
Yeah, without Tanuki on the field, that very likely would have been a single or maybe double knockout.
Now, seems like it's over for Jagomu here with the devastating elemental strike from Mimic.
Yeah, this Mimic is just hanging in there, picking up knockouts, and really switching things around here for PT. One of the other things that is helping PT survive these debuffs is taking away some of the aquatics that were on the other side, which are with
True.
polluted waters on Toxicus allow all the debuffs to do, what is it, 10% more for each aquatic on the team, I think?
Right. So maybe in the end, Toad is an important target.
Yeah, might have actually been a favor with that Toad jumping in front of the attack meant for Vasuki earlier.
And yeah, we see the effect of Mimic. I think it's especially in this format is just a very good standalone damage dealer and can do lots of damage once he gets a couple of buffs.
Yeah, and especially with having the bleed support, making it do even more than it normally does.
All right, so game 5 already, 2-2 each side, 2 on each side, and now we see the Spectre.
Yeah, Spectre's a good choice. I'm a little bit interested to see that it's coming out turn 1, seeing as how it has revive, and it's a really good option to have more in the back. But
Interesting, yeah. Well, I think like we said, maybe Jagomu is deciding to protect to keep his important monsters in the back.
Yeah,
and
wants to hold on to Troll and Vasuki a little bit longer. I suppose Spectre actually has a really good matchup into Mimic, so that could be the primary consideration for bringing that out here.
Yeah, very true. It has magic damage and it resists physical, right?
Yeah. And with all the shields going onto it, thanks to the occult power from Warlock here, it could be very difficult to take that thing out.
Right. I'm always wondering how to build that monster when I try, but really Spectre is a mystery for me at the moment.
Yeah, I think Spectre is outstanding, really. A lot of players don't seem to agree with me on that, but I'm pretty sold on it being a very, very strong option.
If you have the right build, for sure, I think it can be pretty strong. Now, yeah, almost there on the Mimic, and yep, Mimic goes down.
That could be pretty huge here. See how much damage this Auckland is able to output. Yeah,
because in the damage department, PT was really relying on that Mimic in the previous game, so we'll see what he can do now.
Might try to take out Vasuki here, thanks to the strong water attacks that Aklut has. That might be the easiest option.
Yep. It's always nice to also have the option to put more debuffs on the monsters. And like you said, Vasuki goes down.
And this occult power from Warlock continues to be a linchpin for Jagomu's team here. Really nice damage previews here, even going second for the Spectre.
Pretty scary.
After all the combo that this is going to produce, it should be pretty much a free knockout on whatever.
Interesting. Choose to go with the elemental strike for combo, and then big damage on the spectral. What is spectral? spectral shot or something. I don't know.
Yeah, spectral cannon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really nice move to have access to because of the ability to ignore the defense, or it's a pretty large percentage. I can't remember exactly what it is. It might be 50%.
Yeah, look, these monsters on Jagomu's side are looking pretty tough, pretty healthy. With Vector at full shield, Troll at half shield. So
Yeah,
we'll see if PT can do enough damage here, but
the Changeling is
tough.
very unlikely to stick around for more than a turn with all the strong neutral damage on the other side. But we do see Warlock go down.
Alright, so he's still making progress on the supports this time. Jagomu's left with his 3 damage dealers, but with so much debuff synergies, I'm not sure if I don't think it's really a problem for him.
Yeah. So with Changeling being a pretty easy target here, I wonder if Jagomu is going to just go for that and then leave PT with the double revive endgame of Karaglow and Satsune? Or... yeah,
that's
that
interesting.
seems to be targeting down the Changeling. So maybe not really afraid of having to fight through this double revive?
Well, one thing with revive is you still have to have a damage source. You still have to have something to threaten kills on the other side. Otherwise, you're pretty much just stalling for nothing.
Yeah. We'll see if maybe Tanuki can step up into that role.
Right.
Okay, it does some buffing instead, so not this turn at least. But Satsune could have the potential to pick some things off with a Cleansing Flame. Looks pretty good right now. Good damage into everything on the other side. Steal a bunch of buffs. And of course you can start building up those bleed stacks and take advantage of that with Splatter and Bleed Out.
That's true. Bleed Out is always a very strong skill when you have some revive set up.
Yeah,
I think this is passive ice turn.
Pretty even right now. It really could go either way. If PT can take out the Spectre, I think that's enough to swing the game, but you really do have to take out the Spectre first because it has that revive if you take out either of the other two.
Yeah, and it seems pretty tanky from what we saw.
Yeah. Mulling over the options here. No clear knockout available.
With so many heals, it's not very useful to put these monsters at half health.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good endgame for PT here, having the debuff resistance with the Tanuki and the double revive and everything else. It's just whether or not this Spectre is going to be too tanky to take out or not is going to be the determining factor here, I think.
Well, maybe with the bleed stack slowly building in, maybe he can eventually take it down. We'll see. Now, maybe he can try to... yeah. I don't really see a way to get 2 kills here from Jagomu's side.
Just narrowly misses the knockout on Karaglow. But all the monsters on Jagomu's side are looking pretty healthy right now.
Yeah. And it's always good to take out one monster, because revives usually doesn't heal the monster to full health, and you're forced to use that revive instead of doing something more useful like removing debuffs or other things.
See a taunt. Probably had some juicy previews on the troll there to go for that rather than the Spectre.
Yeah, maybe.
And this Toad is starting to build up a lot of H stacks, which
now,
could be relevant.
Now with 5 poison, Sutsune might be down here.
Just narrowly survives. And we are into Infinity now. But thanks to that knockout on Caraglow, it's not going to benefit from that first Infinity stack.
Also interesting to note that, like you said, it's probably Sutsune that has the best damage on the PT side, so it's gonna be hard if he has to use revive every time.
Is down. So if these corrosive jabs can take out Caraglow, this game is over.
Pretty close.
Just hanging on by a thread again.
We'll see. Now Sutsune gets to attack this time, but no Infinity stack on it, unfortunately.
And another taunt from Toad. That should be enough to wrap it up here with all these Infinity stacks starting to add up.
Yeah, maybe now an AoE from Troll will be enough, or just go single target on Sutsune and Caraglow. Like go for
double knockout. All the revivers are down.
Wow. Very interesting ending. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw some nice adjustments there from PT after going down 2 games very quickly, and then Tanuki coming in and being a superstar and allowing him to take it to a fifth game.
Yeah, and he really realized that he needed to keep his bleed out / revive monsters for the end, and go for full offense with the Mimic, and that really paid out. But then Jagomu was also able to adapt, bringing out that Spectre that took all game and was able to do some good damage here.
Yeah, the Spectre came out and just was able to flip the switch on the Mimic matchup and turn Mimic into a liability. So very well played, very well adjusted by both players.
Yes, GG to both players, and we'll see you guys around.